All right. Delighted to be here, Ali, and thanks for inviting me along. All right. So, Ali, how did Donington end up on the on your circuit schedule this year? Was it just a random selection? Mhm. All right. Well, Donington among the most famous the first touring car championship circuit. So long history there. So sure it'd be exciting action tonight. Okay.
Okay, so that's our starting grid for this race. Let's see what happens here. I don't hear in a few seconds, you should be able to hear the engines roar as we get underway. But this is going to be exciting with this mixed grid. Everybody's all over the place. So we'll just see how this shapes up.
The first corner should be exciting.
We should get there. Okay, here we go. Awesome green flag, and look at that jump by Sean Milburn. The rear drive BMW jumps to the front. And oh, somebody hit the
Oh,
signs. There's the orange car is the orange BMW is having a little bit of battle. One guy goes off, but looks like Sean Milburn's in the lead and Stroll's in second place. Those two guys got a great launch. And at least
that is
everybody's on the track. Nobody seems to be having terrible issues.
still a fair amount of exciting carnage,
Yes, definitely. So
but
let's see.
everyone's clean away.
Yeah, so there's Sean in that red, white, and blue BMW pulling away. Watch out, Sean and clear track, as he's an extremely fast driver and he's going to be gone. So if he doesn't get much competition, he's going to build a gap and nobody's going to be able to touch him. Griffin Stroll also extremely quick in that orange BMW. Tristan Koivisto in that Monster Energy car. He's being chased by Rito Bauman in that Renault. There's Rito in that black, white, and red Renault. Reza Arsham already to fifth place, but he's has a big gap in front of him. He's about 3 seconds away or so from Rito in fourth place, and he he had a car right behind him, but that person went off. Not quite sure who that was, but Reza kept it on the track, and now he's being chased by Brandon Hodges in that blue BMW. Therese is having a great battle in seventh place, being chased by Petrie. Petrie in that Renault trying to go on the inside, and
Nice move.
not sure. I think that was a little internet glitch there, but oh, somebody sideways. Boy, there's oh no, Therese looks like she's in the dirt or in the grass and loses a few spots, ends up in, it goes from 7th to 10th with that little off course thing. Her car has some markings on the door, looks like it's been hit. So, but this looks like it's the action right here, this battle right here. There's a ton of cars within a second of each other. Reza looks like he's caught up to Rito Bauman and is challenging for fourth place. This is going to be exciting. He's right on Rito's bumper going into this corner coming up. Be careful. Don't. He gets sideways on the exit, a little bit too much power, but maintains. And then now they're side by side. He's on the inside, makes a
Fast.
clean pass, and it's not over yet. And makes it now. Now looks like Brandon Hodges wants to also get in on this battle too. He's trying to get on the inside of Rito as well. And does he do it? Yes, he does. So Rito loses 2 positions in that lap, ends up in sixth place. Brandon Hodges goes to fifth, and Reza in fourth. Now he's chasing in sights on that Monster Energy car up front. It's good thing there. This time I don't think there was much damage, other than a few little nudges here and there. So far, it's been not that we want to jinx this, but it's been kind of clean. So that's kind of nice to see. As we're going through Daniel Michel having a lonely race by himself. Tom Petrie is dicing with Chris Evertson. These two guys seems like they're having a good dice. Chris has been extremely fast. We'll see how he does. Looks like he's setting him up for a pass. That's a beautiful paint scheme on that Renault with the blue and white. Or would you say that's teal? Is that blue? I don't know. It's hard to say.
There's a lot of nice liveries on a number of cars.
Yeah, a lot of this game actually has some really cool liveries, so that's really nice to see.
People with good taste. I'm just amazed at how what a nice day in England it is.
Actually, that one of the drivers said the same thing. What? No rain in England? What?
No fog.
Yes. um, so yes, but now that's so now look, yeah, for some reason Chris is not able to get by Petrie. That's nice, but now joining the party is Ben Ho in that red Momo car right behind. He was extremely quick last week. We'll see if he's gonna have a little mix up with this group here. He's trying to
He's
size up Chris Everson.
yeah,
Yeah.
being patient and
Let's go back and look, focus on
taking
Chris.
his
Oh,
time.
Chris gets sideways on the berm. Yeah, he's probably looking in his mirror
Maybe a
saying, "Oh,
little too focused.
yes." I think he lost focus there a little bit. Goes a little bit wide, and Ben goes on the inside. He's got the inside line, but not quite. Tucks back in behind. That's one other thing about this track
This
because, yeah, go ahead.
no, this is a really good battle right here in
It
these
is.
positions. Yeah,
Oh, he goes off. Ah, he missed the mark. He missed his mark. The one thing about this track is that because there's no long straightaways or anything, you're constantly turning and you can't draft or use you do anything. You gotta just get your nose in and pass them on the inside.
you know,
Um,
he's lost some ground there.
yeah, he made a little mistake and went off, and that cost him. So up front, we have another good battle brewing. This is between Koivisto and Reza Arsham. Reza's closed the gap
Great.
here. Yeah,
Russ
so
is in second right now, right, or
in
third?
four, and third, well, he's this is the
Still in
third place
fourth.
battle. Yeah, this is the third place battle. But Reza's made up the gap. But it's one thing catching up, it's another thing passing. He tries to go on the
At the
inside. Is he going
draft,
to get it?
not
No,
quite.
not quite. Yeah, and then but because of that, as you saw, like he lost about a second right there, or maybe not quite a second, half a second in that attempt. Goes super wide on this exit. He's trying to do the crisscross, taps him, gives him a little nudge on the bumper. Oh, that shoves
That
Koivisto. Oh, and well, that was not cool. Well, that's one way to pass him. So, well, that's it. So now he's got Brandon Hodges in front of him. This is Reza Arsham we were looking at, the yellow BMW. Now Hodges is about a second up the road. You'll see that white and blue BMW. So we'll see how soon that closes up. Now up front we have Sean Milburn, but Griffin Stroll and Sean Milburn, these two guys, they are having a party up front. They've been bumper to bumper since the beginning. I wonder if these guys are just have decided to play clean with each other and just maintain the gap, and then maybe um, have some
wait till the
battles.
last lap.
Yeah, wait till later on. Because as you see, look behind, they've almost they have a whole straightaway length on the guys behind them.
Hmm.
So Koivisto's back on the track. Let's see, Rito's having a great battle with Roger Maeda in that Renault. No, actually, Roger's driving the Opel, I believe. And yeah, we're looking to see who has a great battle. Petrie, this is a great battle. Oh, Ben Ho goes by Petrie. These guys are both Honda drivers in real life, and here they are driving both Renaults. So they really seem to like their front wheel drives.
Your front wheel drive. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of the drivers have picked. Oh, that was Daniel Michel lost the position because he went off and is about to lose the second position because of his off-course excursion there. Yeah, most of these cars are front-wheel drive. Well, all these cars are front-wheel
Yeah.
drive except for the BMWs, obviously, which are rear
Yeah.
drive.
Does that follow? Does that follow what all these drivers race with in real life?
Pretty much. I mean,
I
most of
mean,
these
it's
guys, yeah, if they really like their front-wheel drive cars, they tend to use the Renault or the Opel, and if they seem to like their rear drive cars, they choose the BMW. The BMW seem to be harder to drive, so it's less forgiving. Seems like it's much easier to spin out in a BMW. Looks like. Up front, we still have the same battles, so nothing's changed up front. And Reza still hasn't really closed up the gap much to Brandon Hodges. Koivisto is kind of by himself, as is Rito Bauman. He's less than a second behind. He's probably about a half a second behind, but that gap is still not really closing super tight. But all it takes at this kind of level is, oh, actually, all it takes is one little mistake. Now it looks like it's getting interesting. It looks like he's trying to get a draft here, maybe tuck in on the inside. Oh, sure, he looked, but not quite deep enough, and put two wheels off, four wheels off in the dirt. Yeah, if you notice, yeah, one, you get sucked into making an attempt here, and if you don't make it, you pay for it because you lose a second right there.
How many laps are left, and how many laps have elapsed? I can't see the.
This race is a 30-minute race, and we're almost at the halfway. It's 18 and a half minutes left.
So it's just on time.
It's on
Okay.
time. It's on time. Yeah, of course. I don't know if we made a comment, I believe earlier, but it's a shame our points leader Nick Romano, super fast driver, could not be with us tonight. So that's kind of a shame. But Sean Milburn, who's also one of the leaders, is here, and he's doing a great job running up front. But um, Sean and Stroll are doing 112.4 lap, 112.4, 112.5 laps. Um, but Brandon Hodges, 111.7. He's currently the fastest car on the track, our third place driver. So look out
Yeah.
for Brandon
Make it a
Hodges.
run for it.
Oh, and just as I said this, Reza Arsham sets a fast lap, 11.7. So
I think I heard you.
yes, but he got a little sideways there and lost some speed. But yeah, but there's too much of a gap between those two guys. It's about a 2-second gap right there. So that's going to be really hard to close up. But part of the battle especially at this track, is to stay out of trouble. So it's I think it's much better to be by yourself rather than have to dice with
Well,
somebody.
well, everyone's kind of spaced out and it's kind of running. You know, there are a few battles here and there, but for the most part, everyone's kind of spread out. And I'm curious. I didn't see the qualifying order, but are the cars now kind of following where they stood in qualifying in order?
Somewhat. I mean, some of the fast guys were up front, so they got lucky and they got up front. But yeah, if you're slow, you're not going to last very long. And if you're fast, you're going to work your way up to the front. So, uh,
So tell me about the car setup in this application in the software. Um, is it kind of true to real life in the setup that you're able to do?
yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is, where the drivers are not allowed to change the setup, so it's whatever it's a default setup.
Hmm.
In the past, when we did this, we had open setup, so you could change tire pressures, spring rates, sway bars, wing angles, everything. Um, but that just became such a big advantage for people that knew what they were doing and had the time to play with different settings. So now everybody's running the same setup. So.
Okay.
Um, And looks like actually the gap between Reza and Brandon has closed up a little bit. Reza's currently lapping 2/10 quicker than that last time, so he closed up by 2/10 that last lap. But now this man here just set a new lap time. Austin Walker set the fast lap, 11:6. But unfortunately, he's kind of by himself. Roger Maeda has built a little gap between himself and Ben Ho. And Ben Ho was dicing with Tom Petrie here, but looks like Ben is pulled away. Petrie's down at 11th, and Ben is in 9th. Ooh, Charlie Frank's car looks like it's it's a little beat up. Looks like a TI in the back does a little bit. It's a little shorter. we're on board with Griffin Stroll. He's still chasing Sean, not really making any moves for the lead. 14 minutes left. So we're it's going to be interesting to see when he starts attacking. Yeah, and Hodges is 3 seconds behind. So, and Reza currently is he made a mistake on that last lap, which he's 2 seconds slower than his best lap. Oh, he keeps getting sideways there. That's a lot of time lost through that corner. Oh, this is shaping up to be a cool battle between Rito Bauman and Austin Walker. These two guys have not much gap, and Ben Ho's closing up on both of them. So this might be a good three-way battle right here. Oh, Brent. Oh, we just missed it. We just missed it. Oh, these guys are going at it. The attacking has begun. And it looks like Stroll just passed Sean for the lead. Now it's going to get interesting. And but they need to be careful because if they attack too much, because the gap is already closed up by a second between them and Brandon Hodges behind them. So Brandon's going to take advantage
Prime
of it.
op- yeah, prime opportunity there.
Yeah, these guys are going to fight and maybe to take one of each to take each other out, and Brandon's going to come and pass them both.
Either that or they're busy fighting and not looking in their mirror.
That could happen too. So, but these guys usually I don't want to jinx it, but they usually are very clean and they don't usually make mistakes. But anything can happen. Looks like actually that
Look, he's
Stroll,
opening up.
yeah, he's actually like starting to pull away. They're lapping Michael McCulligan. Michael's driving that green and white BMW. The Eibach car has some markings, some door markings. That slowed down Stroll a little bit, allowed Milburn to catch up a little bit, and Milburn is trying to get by. Hodges now the gap was 3 seconds. Now it's a second and a half in that blue and white BMW. So in about a lap, the gap shrunk by half.
Got quite a few BMWs in the front.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of BMWs that people have picked BMWs. It's not just it's the fastest car because every car is better at some corners, some tracks than others. But seems like most people seem to just prefer the rear drive car.
Yeah, there he goes. He wants that. He wants his position back now.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's closed up now. He's getting a little racy there. Looks at that. He's trying to get on the inside, but it's again, he's hard around here because their straightaways are so short.
Yeah. Patience, patience.
This is a good passing zone right there. A lot of people seem to go off over there. And it also leads to a straightaway, and maybe you can tuck in and pass him on the next corner. He goes wide, but so does Strolls. Okay, well, let's go by and see what's going on here because this is shaping up to be awesome between Koivisto, Walker, and Ben Ho. These three guys are all really close to each other. Oh, Ben Ho goes off, takes a little shortcut, actually makes it up, and now is trying to pass him in the grass. Takes
Wow.
out a sign, takes out a sponsor sign, and is he going to be able to go? Ooh, the little door action, door to door action, and he was nice enough. He didn't punt him out of the way. Good job, Ben.
That was a move.
That was a cool move. The drivers were warned about track limits, but I believe, I didn't think he had four wheels off. I think he just had two wheels off in the dirt, which is allowed. Oh, up front, Sean Milburn just took the lead. Oh, and Stroll's is now in the clutches of Brandon Hodges. Stroll
Yeah. And
must have
now
made a
he's opened up
mistake.
space. Look at that. Look at that distance now.
Yeah. I wonder if what he did that made this. Let's go back to Stroll's and Hodges. Yeah, look at that.
I think in the next lap and a half, that's where the action is.
Yeah, right.
These second and
Between
third.
these two guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Hodges does seem to be closing that gap. But all this defending has slowed them down because now they're lapping about 2 seconds slower than what they were earlier.
2 seconds?
Two
Wow, that's
seconds.
huge.
Meanwhile, Sean Milburn is lapping at his qualifying pace, so he's pulling away.
Yeah. And look out for Reza lurking in the back there.
Yeah, well, Reza still not quite. He's
He's
still
in
a
the
little.
picture though.
He's still, yeah, right around the 5 second mark. He closed the gap to about 3 seconds, and now it's about 5 seconds again.
Well, with the time remaining,
Yeah,
um,
6 minutes,
well,
6.5 minutes.
probably have to pull 90 seconds a lap faster.
Or hope the guy in front makes some mistakes. These guys back here, you see Reza behind them. Is this battle here between Austin Lock? Oh, Koivisto off in the dirt. That allowed Ben Ho to get by. There's Ben. Okay, so this gap, this battle, which was really tight, has opened up a little bit. These two guys still going at it. Oh my. Now the pace has picked up. Now everybody's kind of sped up by about a second, so everybody's speeding up a little bit. There are most of the top three are lapping in the 111s. Now we see that little triangle next to the names of Hodges, Chittum, Maeda, and Michelle. I believe that triangle means that they're getting a penalty. Oh, and of course somebody else just got added, Rito Bauman and Stroll. So I don't know if it's the order might be shuffled. They may get some kind of a time penalty afterwards.
Do you have an indication of what the penalty is for?
No, but usually it's stuff like track limits and things like that. but maybe not because the triangle's
They
moving around.
seem
So
to be
maybe
disappearing.
yeah. So maybe it's not a penalty because it seems to be moving around by a lot. Yeah, Reza is slowing down in fourth place. Now he's almost 8 seconds behind this battle.
Okay.
So it looks like he's just kind of settling in for his fourth place. I don't think his car is broken or anything, so he seems to be going fine. Hopefully he's not having a mechanical issue. And yeah, this battle here between Petrie and Chittum and Bauman. This is our best fight right here. These guys. Although this Stroll, it's pretty tight up here too. So we'll try to keep our eyes on both of them.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe those arrows indicate.
I think they indicate when they're less than a second apart or something like that.
Right. Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's just a guess, though.
No, I think you're right. I was thinking the same thing. Well, there's 2.5 minutes left now. So if Griffin's going to make a move,
Well, he's
or if the Hodge is going to make a move on Griffin, I mean.
clawing his way right now.
Yeah. But look at that. The gap between Sean and Griffin has closed up. Look at that. Now Sean's in trouble. Sean has only had a 2-3 second gap, and now it's closed up. So he's still this with a minute 54 left. This is still anybody's race. Oh, Griffin gets a little sideways, lost a little bit of speed. It's really nice to see that after 30 minutes, you have the leaders spread by less than a second apart, the top three. He's looking on the inside. The orange BMW. That's Griffin. He really wants this win. He's got a less, almost a minute, minute 05, minute 04, 3. So this could be our last lap. Yeah, this is currently the tightest battle on the track between these guys, and we're just waiting to see if Griffin and Hodges are going to, and Milburn are going to have the gap between the three of them has closed to us.
Wow, how did that happen?
Somebody's going to make an attempt to go by,
And it's gonna
and
have to be.
and that's it. Wow, that was a checkered flag. That was an awesome race between these three guys. Congratulations, these guys. And Reza Arsham finishes in fourth. He crosses the finish line. Fifth place is Austin Walker. Behind him, we have Tristan. And behind him, we have Petrie. Great race, it's top 10. Andy Chittum in the Opel, finishing in eighth place. Roger Maeda in ninth, and Rito Bauman and Ben Ho coming in side by side for 10th and 11th. Chris Everton in the BMW, 12th. Daniel Michel with some markings on his car in 13th. Calvin's 14th. Alton 15th. Therese is 16th. McCulligan 17th. And Charlie Frank in 18th. Great job by all these drivers. There's your finishing order.
Great race.
That was a very exciting race. So we will take a break and we'll see you in a little bit as we get on for the next round. Okay, we're about ready to get this next race started. Just waiting for some of the last minute drivers to join in.
I do like the back-to-back race format.
Yeah, some of the last minute
Yeah,
drivers to join in. So
yeah,
the
that's how they do it in British Touring Car, and
yeah.
I think German Touring Car does that too, right?
Yeah, so well, the reason we started doing it like this was because of the random grid and the
Mm.
potential to for you to crash out or have a bad day or whatever. At least you have a second chance. So if you have a bad race and somebody takes you out, you still have a second shot maybe at having a good race. Okay, so let's see now. Petrie up front on pole position. All right. And next to him, Sean Milburn. Oh, Sean, very lucky with a second place. Stroll. Oh, looks like all the fast guys are up front. Grissom Stroll, Reza Arsham, Rito Bauman. Everybody's up there. Austin Walker, Chris Everton, Alton Worthington, Charlie Frank, Ben Ho, Roger Maeda, Daniel Michel, Calvin, Michael McCulligan, Therese, Andy Chittum, Brandon Hodges, and Travis Koivisto. So this should be exciting with all these guys going at it. Let's hope that these 5, 6 guys up front don't take each other out.
And this is a randomized order as well,
This
correct?
it is, yes.
I don't know. Seems a little coincidental to me.
It's a little too convenient. Are you one of these people who also thinks that the NFL games are rigged? So,
Ah, as long
uh,
as my team is winning.
yeah. Yeah, Stroll in that orange BMW. So the front-wheel drive cars generally don't have a chance at the standing starts. So look for the orange BMW and the BMW, the blue and red BMW, the red, white, and blue BMW. Look for them to pass Milburn before the first turn. Here we go. Engines are revving up. And here we go. And look at the Stroll. Jump gets a jump and passes. And Reza too, the third place cars. Uh, all passed and going for the win, going for the lead. There's some RG behind. Oh,
Wow.
a ton of cars back there. Oh my. Who was that? We don't even know. That was not McCulligan. Who was that? That was was Daniel Michel who we saw backwards, and Charlie Frank who action seems to follow him wherever he goes. But up front, great battle here. Oh, Ben Ho, be careful as you join the track and you gotta go upside
Oh,
down. You can't just come in the middle of the track. Ah, you have to be careful when you rejoin the track, Ben. Well, that was interesting. Everton, meanwhile, up to fifth place. Great job by him. Austin Walker in fourth, Reza in third, Milburn second. So these guys got away cleanly.
so back to the last race we were talking about front wheel drive and rear wheel drive, and it sure looked like traction came into play at the start.
Yeah, the start is extremely critical, right?
Mm-hmm. Because it did just seem like all of the BMWs kind of got traction and
Yeah,
made their move.
yeah. Poor Pittri seemed like he had no hope. But he's still in fifth place, so he's
Well,
doing a good job.
win his own.
Chittum and McCulligan looks like he's in good shape. He's about ready to get past. Looks like there's Hodges is his teammate also gets him by. Oh, it gets spun around again. Ben Ho and
Oh,
McCulligan. Oh no. Yeah. Oh
maybe
no.
that break was a little too long.
Yeah. Both of those green Eibach BMWs not having a great race. Milburn and Reza, meanwhile, having a great battle for second place. Actually, all three of these guys.
Well, yeah, I'm watching the replay now because the YouTube feed on my big screen is a few seconds behind. So it looks like the BMWs got tagged with by traffic, unfortunately for
Hmm.
both of them.
Well, here we are watching the yellow BMW of Reza chasing down Sean Milburn. These two guys have had great battles on the track in real life at many of the finals tracks in the on the West Coast, and here they are once again. So behind them, we have Chris Evertson is having a good clean race, and Bauman also involved in a good battle, looks like, with that orange Opel of Andy Chittum. Andy goes super wide, trying to get as maximum entry speed as possible. Rita goes a little bit wide, but still maintains his position. Here comes Andy trying to get him on the inside. Don't stick your nose in. Be careful. Ben Ho has some serious car damage there to his bumper and roof as he went way up in the air.
Mhm.
Daniel Michel and Charlie Frank, more body work needed.
These virtual cars sure are tough, though, right?
Well, the damage at this track, it doesn't seem to affect them that much because the top speeds are shorter. But at some of the other tracks, like Spa, if you get body damage, you lose about 20, 30 miles an hour at top speed, and you're in big trouble.
Mm.
Oh, but look at this. This is the battle for top three. Once again, we have three BMWs and going at it nose to tail. Except this time there's still 24 minutes left, so we'll see how this battle shapes up.
But the interval is a lot tighter than the last race.
That sure is true. Reza takes a much tighter line on the inside, but can't seem to capitalize on it. You know, that's the one thing about this track where if you want to pass somebody, it's really hard and you need to be super aggressive and take some chances.
Well, this might come down to lap traffic or mistake.
Oh, who was that? Oh, that's we saw a white and blue car. I don't know who that was, but somebody dropped out. Meanwhile, we have Ben Ho and Roger Maeda. And Calvin, who goes off a little bit, gets sideways, and that was enough for Ben Ho to get by. Look at that. And now we have Roger trying to chase down Calvin. Look at the if we look inside Ben Ho's car, he's looking. This is what he's looking through. Glass all shattered.
Yeah, and his front air dam is loose.
Yep. Anybody else's windshield bad? Nope.
Does the game black flag,
No,
folks?
no.
Okay.
Oh, here comes a pass for the lead on the inside. Griffin trying to. Oh, he just didn't have it, but now he slows
Hey.
himself down, opens up the door for Reza to get by. They both get a little sideways. Reza goes in the
Oh,
grass. But that was a good attempt.
God, can you imagine this track in the rain?
Oh, yes. Well, don't forget, we have two more races, and the drivers have been told that there will be rain races. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of the next two weekends we have rain.
But those tracks have not been named yet, right?
That's correct.
I'm just thinking in my head which tracks would be diabolical in the rain.
That's probably what they'll do. I think they'll probably pick some nasty track just to. Oh, here we go. The Reza on the inside of the Griffin. Is he making it?
Is it
Uh,
sticking? I think he's got
Oh,
the
side by
line.
side, and he takes it. Clean move. Beautiful
Nice.
driving. That could have been ugly, but beautiful driving by both. So now, once again, we have Reza versus Milburn. Wow, the two of them have really pulled away from Stroll already to
Hmm.
open up a 1 second gap already. So something tells me if Reza were to pass Milburn, he will be pulling away.
Yeah, it looks like Reza has the pace,
Yeah,
and he's pushing Milburn.
right. Yeah, yeah. He's just has the pace and he just wants to get by. And if he gets by, he's probably going to pull away. But it's one thing to catch up, it's another thing to pass.
And the livery on Reza's car looks like the hood is buckled.
Really? I can't see that.
Yeah, it's the black on the fenders and underneath the front of the hood.
Oh, he's trying to get by. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
every corner he sticks his nose in, but there's just no room. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to do it right there. Oh, majorly sideways on the exit. That's the thing about these BMWs. They can't seem to put the power down. They seem to just power oversteer on the exit corner exits. This still remains probably the best battle
Yeah.
on the track.
There there's a group down in it looks like the sixth or seventh place through, you
Yeah, this
know,
is we have
that
Petrie.
that looks like there's some action there, but
Yeah,
I think first and second is where the action is right now.
yeah, this is a battle between Rito Bauman and Ben Ho. Oh, Ben Ho's shattered car. Yeah, but It's not even close. This is definitely the best battle up here.
Yeah, and we're just waiting for the move. We know it's coming.
We still have another 17, 18 minutes left here. It's quite interesting that they've pulled such a. Oh, Sean got majorly sideways there, lost some speed. Reza gets alongside. Are they going to try it this time? They've already pulled away 4 seconds from Stroll, just in a matter of a few laps.
It really does look like Reza's pushing the pace, pushing Milburn's pace,
Yeah, but
and that's why I'm away from third.
yeah, the one thing you got to be careful though is you can overheat your tires and not have any tires left at the end, so you do have to be careful with that.
Right.
This is shaping up to be interesting too, right here. Chittum versus Bauman. They were going at it the last race, and here they are again. Oh, this is getting so tight. Russell's flashing his lights, trying to distract Sean.
Yeah, it looks like their interval is was it 2/10 or less?
Yeah, 2/10 to 1/10, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. It's going up and down.
Reza gets a little bit better exit speed through there, but that's just not enough. Oh,
Make it. Well,
no.
Rez is definitely knocking on the door, pounding on the door.
Pretty soon he's going to be pounding on the rear bumper. Let's go inside. Let's watch it from inside of Reza's car. This corner right here, that chicane is the most important corner, I believe, and you have to get a really clean exit to be able to pass over here in this corner under braking. But oh, much more exit speed through that corner. Sean lost out a bunch, but there's no place to go. You can barely see the taillights of that BMW up the front. Oh, he sticks his nose in on the inside. Oh, they touch. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? They're side by side. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. And they're still side by side. And he
He's
gets
got the
them.
line.
Oh my, jeez. And they're about to lap some cars. So here we go. Wow, that was classic touring car racing. Now, blue flags in front of him is Michael McCulligan. The blue flags have been given to him. Let's see what happens here as two of them. That could be play a role here as Sean goes for the outside pass. But he's stuck. He gets the wrong line. He got
Oh,
stuck. He made the wrong move. Ah, he didn't. He had momentum. He didn't know what to do with it.
nowhere to go.
Yeah, the poor Michael was stuck. He didn't know where to go to get out of the way.
Wasn't that big of a mistake. He's
Yeah, he's still there.
still there. Yeah.
Now, this is what we talked about. Now let's see if Reza can
Yeah.
open up a lead. Doesn't look like it though. It looks like these guys are still going to be very close. Oh, Sean's trying to go on the outside there, but he's on the wrong side. As they go into the chicane, you can't go too wide through there. You're gonna take each other out. Don't do that.
Ouch! What happened?
Side by
Well,
side, but
they held it.
yes. Oh, now Sean has the inside. Sean tries to go for it, and Sean takes the lead now. Oh, that was awesome. Sean stayed with it and didn't give up. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh!
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 Well,
Oh, wow. Well, that was interesting. Well, yeah, looks like Reza backed out of it because he knew he made a mistake. Okay, well, now does Milburn have enough? He's got plenty of time. There's still 11 minutes left. Does Milburn have enough to be able to catch up? Meanwhile, Stroll in that orange BMW has caught up a little bit too, so he could be in this battle. Boy, every time that yellow BMW goes through there, it gets power oversteer through there. But meanwhile, this is looks shaping up a good battle right here between Ben Ho, Calvin, and Daniel Michel. Daniel Michel gets a little sideways. Ben Ho tries to take advantage in that red Momo car with tons of body damage. And behind them is Calvin who tries to go for it. Oh, Ben goes in the dirt, but he regains control. Now, quietly in all of this is our pole sitter, Tom Petrie, who has been holding his own in fifth place the whole race length. Oh, Milburn took the lead. Milburn did take the lead.
how?
Oh, he missed it.
No, he did take the position.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
Now,
that's how.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Now let's see if Reza can take it back. Oh, side by side. Oh, they both take each other out again. Oh, no. And Austin Stroll and Griffin Stroll takes the lead. Reza drops to fourth. Milburn drops to third. Ah,
Mm, mm, mm.
Reza drops to sixth now. Milburn to third. Wow. You knew something like that was going to happen. And Stroll says, "Thank you very much. I am in the lead with 7 minutes to go." And look out because Austin Walker in second place just set the um, fastest sector time, it said.
We had around 8 minutes left, or so.
5.5 minutes.
5.5. Wow.
Five and a half.
Okay.
So after this race is over, we will get to pick who we want to interview. Um, so probably Reza, Sean, and Griffin Stroll would be probably the three people that we should be talking to, don't you think?
I would agree. Yeah.
Be really interesting to see if what those two guys say about their constant
Out there.
battles. Their constant battles.
Their event.
Yes. Oh, be careful! Oh, that was uh, that was uncalled for. Ben goes on the outside, trying to make this move stick. Two of them rub doors. Behind them, Rito's trying to take advantage, trying to pass them on the inside.
He does.
Oh, yes, he does. And they shove poor Calvin off into the dirt, and yeah, they move on. Now I wonder if these two guys are going to play nice or not with 3 minutes to go. Meanwhile, up front,
Yeah, second and third are close.
second and third are extremely close.
That Stroll is looking pretty comfortable.
Check back with this fight. Okay. 2 minutes left. And Milburn is knocking on the door. Oh, just barely.
Definitely,
Oh,
he definitely wants his at least second place.
yeah,
Wants that position.
yeah, he figures, well, I couldn't win, but I got to finish at least second. Okay, so here we are crossing the finish line. 1 minute to go. This should be the last lap.
Slap. Ding, 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 ding. Now's the time.
Oh, and up front, Stroll gets a little sideways and makes this trying to make this interesting. And these guys trying to go
Take
around the
over.
traffic. Oh, Milburn did it! He did it right
He
there.
made both. Yeah.
Yeah, he took advantage of the lap car and went around. Awesome. Oh, somebody's off in the dirt behind. Okay, there we are. Stroll, Milburn. Wow, beautiful job. And finishing third place, Austin Walker. Great job by all three of these guys. Petrie, great job with him, starting from pole position, finishing in fourth place. Brandon Hodges finishing fifth. Chris Everson, nice clean race, sixth place. And Reza has to settle for seventh place in front of Tristan, with Daniel Michel finishing ninth, and Ben Ho in that shattered car with wheels flopping around everywhere, finishing 10th. Rito Bauman finishing in 11th. Calvin 12th. Roger 13. Therese 14. Andy Pitted with 1 lap to go finishes 15. Worthington 16. McCulligan 17th. And Charlie finishes in 18th place. Okay, well, that was an amazing race once again. Great job by everybody. Okay, we'll be right back with some interviews. Okay, the drivers are being informed that they're wanted. So we're going to have some interviews. We're going to have Reza Arsham, Sean Milburn, and Griffin Stroll join us.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Reza.
We're here.
Uh,
Yes.
Hello.
and Sean, Griffin's here too.
Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
Hello.
indeed.
we're all here.
Okay, so who should we? Let's talk about you and Reza and Sean. What the heck happened between you guys? It just kept coming, repeat and again and again and again.
Yeah,
So tight course really is what happened. I mean, you can only race so fast, so side by side on a place with such wide open turns. So passing maneuvers here, it's really the other guys got to know what's going on, right? And so sometimes like just that, there'd be a little bit of hiccups in kind of what was going on. And yeah, Reza, what would you have to say?
yeah. I mean, the only way I was going to get past Sean was just to send it a couple times. So the first time I went past him, we had a little side by side contact and it worked. And then I made a couple mistakes. He got back by. Second time I tried a similar move on a mistake. He kind of went a little wide through a corner. And then instead of just doing like nice side by side contact, I kind of clipped him in the back and spun him around. So not ideal there, but luckily that time I think we both got going, and then the last time we just had a little like tiny overlap through a flat twister section where it's flat out and no problem when you're going there.
Yeah,
But I think it was a little bit of lag
it
because I
was
was
a
ready
little
to.
lag, little
Yeah,
overlap.
yeah, I had a hair of overlap and I was ready to back out if he came over, and it just like lagged like that hair where I didn't have a chance to back out of it. So yeah, I mean, it's disappointing, but that we didn't get to race the whole race and finish where we wanted to. I think Sean ended up second, but I had fun, so I can't complain. It was great.
Yeah, and Reza did let me by on that first bump as well, which was very kind of him. So thank you to that. And I'm sorry that it ended up so unfortunately in the second contact.
No problem, no problem. Yeah, I was the first race. I remember I was chasing you and Griffin. I couldn't catch up to you guys. You guys were having the fun at the front, so
Oh yeah.
figured I'd
Speaking of
hang by.
Griffin, he was loving what we were doing, weren't you?
That
Yes.
was the best. That's what I've been waiting for. Like all last season when I was hanging out in third,
Yeah.
this race, and was like, I'll let you two play, and maybe I'll get lucky because I didn't have it on pace.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
driving. Good
But
driving.
yeah,
Yeah,
thanks, man.
what was your Griffin? What was your reaction when you saw the two of them take each other out?
Well, they had a couple of bumps, and the first after they got by me, I realized that it wasn't that I was faster than Sean while I was behind him. It was that he was keeping me from overdriving the car and keeping me faster, actually being behind him. So once they got by, I dropped back. I was like 4 seconds behind. Then they bumped up once, and I caught up. Oh, I got side by side Sean, but he got past
Yep.
me again. And then fortunately they touched again, and then I was able to sail by. And the whole time Chris Walker was behind me, like within a second. So I was glad that Sean was there to play interference with him and keep him away from the front. But
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. I wasn't quite as daring as Reza with the passes, so probably not as entertaining on the broadcast. But got some good points this weekend.
Okay. Well, great job, everybody. It was you sure made it entertaining for us watching. So great job, everybody.
Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. So next week we'll be at we don't know. We'll be at somewhere. So thank you for joining us. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you again next week. Thank you everybody for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.